So in this video, we are going to expound on the subject conception and then conception. In the lecture notes, we read earlier on that the pillars of graphic design, we have conception, we have software mastery, and then we have professional touches. Over this period, we've been doing well in mastery, the software, which is this Photoshop. But today we want to, be emphatic on conception. Conception is basically about, you conceiving ideas, catching the picture, before your flyer comes to life on your mobile phone or PC or even in Photoshop. It has to first come to life in your mind. Oh yes, you have to first see that flyer in your mind. And at times it is depending on your experience, it is easy to conceive it. But if you are a beginner, it's going to be a bit of a learning process on how to conceive ideas and all of that. Okay, so as you can see in my Photoshop, this is a flyer I just put together. Now I need you to understand that days back I wouldn't have had these whole ideas, place the preacher here, put a crossover here, let a yellow line pass through, do all of these things. No, when I was a beginner, I wouldn't have easily conceived this whole flyer in order to put it up on Photoshop here. But because I've done it over and over again, and I've also been intentional about my ability to conceive flyers, etc. Okay, let me put away this ruler. All right, now one of the ways to help your conception is to review what has already been done. Beloved, I need you to understand that there is no new thing under the sun. When you read the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9, what does it say? It says that what has been would be again. What has been done would be done again. There is nothing new under the sun. In this world, there is no new thing. Bro, listen, I've cracked my mind and brought up certain ideas and done things from scratch only to finish and find out that one guy somewhere in China or India or Korea or whatever, I've already done that and I've even refined it to a better level than my own. And so the point is, it is wisdom to review already what is there and then begin your creativity from what is already existing. It's okay to also start from scratch, but as I said, it'll save you a lot of time and all of that. Begin with what is already there. And one of the places to find a whole lot of flyers and ideas in order to start from is on Pinterest. Okay, so this is my Pinterest account. When you go there, you find me over here, and I've got tons of flyers on Pinterest, just as other designers do. They've got tons of flyers. All of these flyers you can see, they are my personal flyers. But then the focus is not on my works. Let's go to search for an example revival flyer. Okay, let me set the filter to all piece. Okay, so as you can see, we've got a whole lot of revival flyers pop up. Can you see them? All of these are revival flyers. Okay, now the learning point is here. It provides you an insight into how other designers are approaching the flyers. Let's go to study them, a few of them, and then we get to learn. All right, let's take this one for instance. All right, so looking at this flyer, you can see this is a simple text revival, and revival is about fire. And so they've got, instead of the normal eye dot over there, they rather use fire to symbolize the normal eye. And that's really commendable. And they've got a background image beneath it. I'm sure that is the group. Yes. And they decided to place it just as it is. That is it for you. Let's look at someone here. Again, they've got a background flyer with people worshiping or praying or whatsoever, and then they've overlaid this is 2 days of revival. Well, they decided to use arrows and all of that to make it a bit more creative. All right, so that is someone's own. All of these, it looks like light sparks or fire sparks. They all communicate a sense of revival. Now let's go to this one. Great. As you can see, this one, we've got a whole lot of fire elements within the flyer just to symbolize the revival sort of looks. We have something different here, that is the preachers. You see how they decided to overlay them. The main text is on top. This is the team, this is the preachers, and this is how they kept them, and this is how they arranged these ones too. On Pinterest, it gives you access to a whole lot of designs to to learn from. Right, so let's get through. Let me see what else to review. And the colors too matters. When I search for revival, have you seen the sort of colors that came? A sort of like reddish, black, yellowish colors of flyers that came, and it's all depicting fire. And we all know fire is sort of like a symbolism of revival. I mean, sort of like get revived. So what I'm doing is that I am researching, I'm surfing the internet just to see what is already out there. Okay, so look at this one. Wow, this is a 3 days revival. Wow. And this is the team. Now look at how they decide to position it and all of that. All of these are things for you to learn. Okay. All right, so now let's go to search for general church flyers. Church flyers. Okay, so there you go. You've got a whole lot of flyers come up. Okay, so this is here to you get the access or the opportunity to study design styles. So you see, you have to be observant on how they are placing the preachers and where they are placing them, etc. Okay, as you can see, this one is this is my personal flyer. Yes, I think so. As you can see, he has been centered, and then the main text is beneath, and we have all the other text that way. This is the header, and a spark of the revival text, and the opacity has been reduced with a light sort of spark just to make it appealing. This is a style of design. All right, let's get to some other ones. That one, remember, that one was possible mainly because of the number of preachers. Okay, if you have a lot of preachers too, there's a way you should position it. All right, so you see this particular flyer has got the preacher standing on the preachers on the left hand side, and then the text on the right hand side, and it flows that way. This is how they decided to sort of approach it. Take a look at this one. The main text is on top of the preachers, and then the other information are beneath the preachers. All right, but have you realized that all of these we've revealed so far, they are sort of like a portrait sort of view? So let's go to search for church flyer banners and see how they also display. Yes, you see, as you are doing this, what you are doing actually is that you are surfing the internet. You are taking inspiration. You are seeing already what people are designing. It's not really giving me the sort of flyers I want. Church flyer and put it. Church flyer, YouTube thumbnails. Great. So this is sort of like a banner sort of look, YouTube thumbnail. Have you seen how they are positioning them? Look at this one, for instance. The preacher is on the left, and then the text itself, they are on the right, and we have the other infos down there. You see, if the frame size, if you say frame size, we're talking about the whole, I think you know frame size. Yes, if the frame size does not permit you to adapt a particular style of design, don't force to do. I mean, you could have remember during, okay, this is a portrait one. You see that the preacher is usually on top, the text is beneath, and all of that. If you want to replicate this design on this one, you might only have the pastor on top here and the text beneath there, and then on the side by side it will be empty, and your flyer wouldn't really look appealing. So you see, the frame size in which you are going to do the design also really matters on how you are going to approach the whole design. You see that this YouTube thumbnail, this banner sort of like, we have the preachers on one side and then the text on another side and all of that. So all of these are things for you to note even as you go in your design journey. Okay, so now we've seen the portrait sort of look. Now let's come to look at square size church flyer. Great. So these are the square size church flyer. Well, they don't look so different from the portrait sort of look, but all of these are things for you to study. Remember, as you are about to design, the things to note is: one, go out there and then look for inspirations, not to copy but to innovate upon them. Two, your frame size matters. Don't try to adopt a particular style which frame size is different from what you the frame size in which you are going to make your design. See you in the next video where we are going to go deeper into church flyer designs. God bless you.